In this lesson, we've been talking about news value and how you determine whether something is newsworthy. We learned about the 6 news drivers: proximity, timeliness, impact, prominence, unusualness or oddness, and conflict or controversy. And we talked about putting stories through those news filters or news values to determine whether or not that story or that idea has some newsworthiness. So we're going to take those 6 drivers and apply them to this exercise. We have 8 stories, and ultimately we're going to rank them by newsworthiness, 1 being the most newsworthy. And to get to that point of ranking, we're really going to need to go through each one of them and put them through those news filters. So let's start with A. We have a local businessman donating $12 million to construct a YMCA in our community. So we've got proximity, because this is in our community, timeliness, it's happened today, announced today, and impact. This is a YMCA in the community that's going to serve the community, so there's an impact to our readers or our listeners or viewers. So let's give that a 3. There are hits 3 news values. B, the mayor admitting that she's an alcoholic, committing herself to a treatment program, but will not resign. So we've got prominence. It's a mayor. The mayor is prominent. Proximity. This is happening in our city. There's some conflict or tension. She won't resign. There's timeliness. It's happened today. And there's some impact there. If the mayor is out for 6 weeks, there's an impact on the city leadership. So that, and it's also unusual. It doesn't happen every day. The mayor is admitting that she's an alcoholic. So let's give that a 6. It hits all of those, actually. C, the Economic Development Board revealing today that a major pharmaceutical company is opening a plant and hiring 400 people. So you have timeliness, prominence, it's a major pharmaceutical company, proximity, it's happening locally, and there's impact, 400 people, so 400 jobs available. That hits about 4. D, thunderstorm strikes the city, 6 a.m., drops rain, there's wind that blew down dozens of trees, left thousands of people without power. You have proximity. It happened in the area. There's some impact. Thousands of people were without power. Timeliness happened in the morning. Let's give it a 3. The next one. Barbra Streisand undergoing breast cancer surgery. Prominence, yes. Timeliness, yes. It's not local. There's impact to her, but not to your readers. So we'll give that a 2. Indian airliner crashing while trying to land at a New Delhi airport, killing 230 people. You have timeliness and you have impact. 230 people died, but it's not local, so it's not likely to really affect anybody in your community. So it's a national story. We're going to give that a 1. G, 3-alarm fire, destroys 12 units, leaves residents homeless. 2 firefighters are slightly injured. It's timely, assuming it's timely. It doesn't necessarily say, but we'll assume that's timely. Proximity, yes. Impact, firefighters injured, homeless, residents are homeless. So there is an impact. It's not a large impact to the greater readership or viewer. Let's give that a 2. And the last one, the city's police department settling a bias suit by 8 current and former police officers. this is the settlement. You're assuming that your news organization has covered this story when the suit was first brought against the department. It is timely. Proximity, it's your city. There is some prominence. The police department's a pretty big department within your city. It's unusual. This doesn't happen all the time. Let's go ahead and give that one a 4. So here we have it. We haven't ranked it yet, but we've put all of those stories through our drivers, and we have a sense of what's newsworthy, what rises to the top. So let's look. So letter B hits all of those 6 drivers. So we need to give that a 1. That's our most newsworthy story. The next one, there's a couple. There's a 4, 2 4s. So we have to decide, is opening a big plant in your city and hiring hundreds of people more newsworthy than the city's police department settling this bias suit? So you could decide either way. It could be either one. Let's go with, depending on how much coverage you gave that settlement or the actual bias suit when it first was brought against the department, and the coverage that followed. So that could easily be a 2. This big pharmaceutical company could easily be a 2. We'll just go ahead and give that one a 2. We'll go ahead and give this one a 3. Then we've got a couple 3s. Local businessman donating $12 million to build the YMCA, and then the thunderstorm. Now, the thunderstorm might be old news by the time readers or viewers see it. So let's go ahead and give this new YMCA in the community the 4. And the thunderstorm could be the 5. You've got this fire that left some people homeless and firefighters slightly injured. That could even also be a 5. And you might argue that this one could be the 5 and this could be the 6. Barbra Streisand and the Indian airliner, either one. Let's see, 7 and 8. So there you have it. Now you've determined out of those 8 stories which one is the most newsworthy, what's the least newsworthy, and that's how you would approach every story that you come across. So let's move on and work on your next exercise and your assignment.